Alrighty, guys. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope y'all are having a great day so far. Glad to have you guys here for another weather update, guys. Got ourselves a bit of an interesting storm system coming our way. Anyways, let's go ahead and see who we got here for today. Before we really dive on into it, we have ourselves Florida Man, we have Crystal, we have Chris, we have Tabletop, we have Lake, we have Mark, we have Weather with Sim, we have Brent. Let's see, Black Label Express, Christy, Rich, let's see here, Sabish, Don Moon, let's see, Odd One. What's up, guys? Hope you're doing good. Once again, glad to have y'all here. What's up? Anyways, but yeah, we are seeing a pretty crazy system. Actually, we're already starting to see some effects of it in South Florida. We're starting to get a lot of rainfall. That is going to be a big problem with this event coming up here. And the models have become pretty interesting regarding, the activity out of this next storm system. So there's going to be a lot of impacts regarding winds, regarding, overall, high waves. That's going to be a problem too. Tornadoes, unfortunately, will be a possible issue as well. Anyways, what's up, Ryan? What's up, TRG? What's up, April? What's up, guys? Once again, glad to have y'all here. But anyways, we're not going to waste any of your guys' time. I know a lot of you guys are probably at work right now and, currently are pretty busy, but just joining for a quick update. So the American GFS model has trended pretty crazily. We are seeing a pretty nasty storm system. This is the latest run. It's actually still coming through right now, but we haven't rendered fully for the storm system here. And the GFS model shows a lot of heavy impact potentials out of the storm system. So the states that really have got to watch out for this here is mostly Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, and even Virginia should keep an eye out there for it. There's going to be a lot of rain with this system here. So we'll definitely need to be looking out for that. A lot of flooding concerns. So got to keep an eye out there for that. We're going to go ahead and hop over to the, let's see, not temperatures. I want to pull up the winds. Here we go. 10-meter winds. Yeah, so this is going to be one of the problems here. Like I was mentioning here yesterday, really there for the Carolina coast, we're talking possible even swelling, maybe a bit of kind of storm surgy-ish. Let's see here. Tabletop Dude coming up with a $2 super chat. Thank you, man. Saying Eastern North Carolina this weekend. So the models, they definitely... Okay, so for the coastal areas out by you, like I was mentioning, there's probably going to be a bit of swelling concerns, out there by the coast and stuff like that. You're going to get a lot of rainfall from this, more than likely. You're definitely going to be getting a lot of heavy rainfall out of it. Let me bring up... Let's see here. Let me go ahead and full screen this here. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the Weather Prediction Center's forecast here regarding the next 5-day precipitation outlook. So yeah, not a whole lot has changed actually. It seems like the models, it seems like the WPC update has it pretty solid. But dude, yeah, you could get a couple inches of rainfall possible out of that. So got to keep an eye out there for that. And you know, like I was mentioning, guys, there's going to be the potential out there for some tornadoes too. Right now, that threat seems to be mostly isolated for Florida. But yeah, it still can't be ruled out if it's going to work its way further inland. You can see all of that energy, that storm juice, right there in the kind of purplish color. That is your thunderstorm energy. That is like your, you know, thunderstorm juice, the energy for thunderstorms. And what's going to happen is that all of that energy is going to work on the eastern side of the central low. So in this case, the that low pressure system is located right here. Get it located. That's kind of funny. Anyways, not really. But yeah, the central low is right here, basically right there towards the Big Bend, a little bit to the west here. But overall, yeah, that energy for thunderstorms is going to be popping up here just east of that. And like I said, what's kind of a concern is that, wow, holy cow, that lower level jet stream. Wow, dude, that's significantly uptrended. Holy cow, dude, 50... almost 60 knot lower level jet here. Wow, dude. Okay, that's a little concerning. The wind shear is nuts there. Let's see. What about the instability? Holy cow. It seems like the instability might have trended down a little bit, which is good news, but dude. Oh my gosh, man. It's crazy. Let's see here. Sherry says, my poor sister, she lives in Palm Coast. Yeah, the coast is something we need to look out there for this event here. Like I said, if you live on the water, especially out there, I'd say mostly in, like I said, these regions out there by, you know, Jacksonville, going through Georgia's coastline and up into the Carolina coast. There could be some swelling, you know, because all the winds, there's gonna be a lot of strong winds pushing inland, which is gonna be, you know, causing a lot of water to be rushing inland overall. Let's see. Good afternoon, Andrew. Fellow Andrew in the chat here, man. Hope you're doing good, dude. Any chance New York City might get 9 inches of rain? That's a lot of rain. I don't think there's going to be nearly that much, no. You are probably going to be getting some, let's see here, precipitation out of this upcoming event here. Let's see, yeah, GFS definitely shows quite a bit of a storm. Wow, maybe even a bit of snow there too. Look at that. GFS shows a bit of snow on the backside. Wow, that's interesting. Out there for like New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, maybe even a bit of ice according to GFS. That's interesting. But I definitely don't think that much. Let me see what let's see. The GFS, am I like, I'm having one of those moments, you guys. Precipitation, right? Total precipitation. Okay, here we go. It took me a minute. But when it comes to it, yeah, I mean, good amount of rain. Good amount of rain, but, you know, I wouldn't say quite up to 9 inches. I mean, GFS does show some locally higher, maybe 2 to 4, but, you know, that's just one model, too. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it'll definitely get it'll definitely get more clear once these mid-range models start coming through, because, you know, we're talking 120 plus hours out at this point, which, you know, is a little far out regarding, you know, exact amount of rainfall totals, but a good amount of rain, yeah, will be likely for a lot of the East Coast. Yeah, a lot of the East Coast. I mean, all the way from Florida up to the Northeast. I mean, if I was to, let's see here. We're going to pop up the US view. Yeah, look at that. A lot of the East Coast is going to be getting slammed out there. So, I know Monday will be messy. The most of this event is going to be happening here for the 16th and 17th. Let's see, what day is the 16th? I'm not too sure. Yeah, Saturday through Sunday. Yeah, Monday would be the day probably you're going to get that, that storm system. Just going to hop back over here. So yeah, it's going to really start to impact here for the 16th, pretty much the late 16th, go through on the 17th, early 17th. I think the heaviest impacts in Florida is probably going to be around the evening of the 16th, early 17th from what it looks like in the model. So we'll have to keep an eye out there. Overbuilt says, God bless, just got here in East Tennessee Valley near Knoxville. Well, glad to have you here. Hope you're doing good. Will I be live again tonight? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I just kind of wanted to do an afternoon update here with you guys too. You know, just kind of talk about the new models and stuff like that. Darian says, "Hey, how are you? Merry Christmas. You too, man. You too. Hope you have a good one." But I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good yourself. But yeah, like I said, it's something we got to really be looking out there for. Let's see here. Actually, what I want to do, I'm going to full screen, and I'm going to go back here to the models, to this page here. We're going to turn on dark mode, because dark mode's better. I'm sorry, if you use light mode, I feel bad for you. I'm just saying. Anyways, let's see. Southeast U.S. Okay, we're going to look at the wind gust. We're going to look at the wind gust potential. Let's go ahead and bring up the... wherever you are. I know you're around here somewhere. Oh, there you go. Wind gust. Perfect. Let's see here. Thanks. Looking like a wild... Oh, it is. Black label. Don't jinx it. Does seem a little better as of now, but don't jinx it. Okay, so wind gusts, yeah, we worked our way, wow. Okay, yeah, so wind gusts out there by the coast is obviously going to be the strongest. This is in knots, by the way. Let's see here. Crystal, coming in with a $2 Cashapp donation. Thank you so much, Crystal. That's very sweet of you. Much appreciated, my friend. Thank you so much, Crystal. Big thank you, Crystal. Thank you so much. But yeah, like I was saying, the winds out there, this is in knots, by the way, which is slightly less than miles an hour. But for the coast out there by Jacksonville, we could be in excess of like 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So, I mean, we're talking some pretty hefty ones. It really seems like it increases up there towards the Carolina coast, too, out there by like Hilton Head, going all the way up here towards, like, you know, the, let's see, I believe Myrtle Beach area. So, yeah, definitely should look out there for that. So, all the way up to from Myrtle Beach to Hilton Head to Myrtle, literally, like, the entire, you know, literally, like, the entire the Atlantic coast here, could possibly be seeing that. I mean, you know, across the entire Atlantic coast across the Carolinas could be seeing some pretty strong winds out there. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. The winds will also be strong here on the Gulf Coast side of Florida. Eric says, I'm out of the danger zone, but I log in and gave a like. Thank you, Eric. Very sweet of you. Let's see. But yeah, no, it definitely looks like it could be gusting. That is one model, though. Let's go ahead and hop to Euro, ECMWF. See, I think I actually have a preset for this site here. Oh, wow, that's a little... Why is that color table so big? Anyways, let's see. Okay, ECMWF here has a lot of the strongest winds being out to sea. So that's going to be kind of a problem for the boaters. You know, for the boaters out there. So, like I said, if you're a marinist, and if you go out in the water quite often along the eastern side of Florida and out there by the Carolinas, just know that the 17th and the 18th probably won't be the best day to go out because it's going to be quite high waves. That's actually something I do want to look at. Let's see. This is wave heights. I know they're around here somewhere. I might have to be to a different region. Let me try the West Atlantic, maybe. This might be a good one to look at. Maybe. This is probably lower dynamic. Here we go. Wave heights. So, GFS, wow. GFS has those waves, you know, obviously off the coast of Georgia, off the coast of the Carolinas here. It shows it here for the morning of the 17th. Those waves possibly even getting above 20 foot. 20 foot plus waves possible. It's pretty crazy. Now, that's going to be a little further out at sea. That's not going to be, obviously, on the coast. But still, that is very rough seas for the people who go out in the water. Talking 20 foot, 20, some even near 30 foot waves could be possible. Like, that is it's pretty significant. Let's see. European model. Let's see. No, Euro agrees, actually. Yeah, Euro's pretty much in sync. Some areas here easily going over 20 foot, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, so waves are going to be pretty big. Once again, that's going to be another problem, is like for the boaters and all that stuff out there. So that is something to keep an eye out there for. we're going to go ahead and hop our way over here to the satellite view. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the storm's current trajectory. This is the current storm right now. Like I said, we do have a bit of that rainfall impacting southern Florida right now. The storm system is going to be kind of stalling across the Caribbean for the next couple of days, really. And then, of course, it'll start to, pretty much work its way out there. It seems like it's going to be storming out here for a bit, and it seems like it's going to kind of go over into the southern Gulf and then change to the northeast, as you can kind of see on the models here. So that kind of big mass there is kind of right where the precipitation's at. And then you can see how it kind of works its way into the southern Gulf, and then it moves east across Florida before, really strengthening and then working its way up there. What's really crazy, though, that's the European model. The GFS, like I was telling you guys about, the latest GFS here has this thing getting down to 991 millibars. Pretty strong low. Yeah, pretty strong low. But look at this. For the 06 Zulu run, we're talking down to 986 from the previous GFS run, which is pretty crazy. Marco says, how will it affect me? 28465. Let's see, 28465. North Carolina. Okay, so you're out there by, let's see, Holden Beach area, kind of around that region. Yeah, like I said, you on the coast, my friend, you should watch out for maybe a little bit of swelling. It could be possible. Still not too sure on the numbers yet, but it could definitely be a couple feet. Could be a problem. Rip currents for the coast out there could be an issue. A lot of rainfall will be expected. Here. Let's go ahead and actually change that up. It looks a little weird there. But yeah, so for your location, a couple inches, maybe 1 to 2 inches could be possible. It's still a little early, to be 100% sure, but it looks like it definitely could be quite a bit of rain. Yeah, out there by me, I'm talking like 2 to 3 inches in Central Florida. Southern Florida, Miami, this is going to be a big problem. Big problem for Miami out there, as we're talking like 7, 8 inches possibly. So, pretty crazy. That low pressure is getting pretty intense for a Florida storm in December. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, gotta love those subtropical systems. Chris says, got to go. Get ready for work. See you tonight stream. All right, see you later, Crystal. Once again, thank you for the support. Greatly appreciate it, my friend. But, yeah, so Miami, if you know anybody out there, let them know. A lot of rain is on the way, and it's already starting. Like I said, it's already starting to kick off there. Current radar down in South Florida right now. It's already starting, so heads up to you. We need the rain. Oh, yeah, for sure. We definitely do. Let me pull up the drought monitor. That's actually something we haven't done on the channel in a while. I haven't even looked at the drought monitor in a while because we've been getting a lot of rain. Still a heavy drought for Louisiana. Wow. Crazy. Not as bad. The drought, I mean, it's still pretty severe down there. But not as bad. It was all an exponential drought. Yeah, no, Florida's mostly fine except for Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has been very dry lately. But this will help loosen things up a little bit. Yeah, Tampa Bay has been absolutely dry lately. And of course, a lot of the other, most of Florida. Yeah, most of Florida is pretty much good to go out there. But anyways, but yeah, so once again, that'll be good. Let's see. The amount of rainfall for them. I mean, yeah, we're still talking easily 1 to 3 inches out there by Tampa possible. So good amount of rainfall. Once you start having like 2+ inches, that's a pretty good soaking event for sure. I mean, 2 inches of rainfall. That's quite a bit of rain. But anyways, let's see. We're going to hop on back here. I want to look at some of the other models. We have not looked at those yet. Let's go ahead and see the CMC model. Let's see. CMC model has definitely a different approach. Has it going more out eastern? Has it going more out to sea here? But also it has that low, not as strong, which is pretty interesting. Let's see here. Icon. The Icon model, yeah, you can see that low going more further inland, which, if this was the case, like I was mentioning, the tornado threat would be possibly going into the eastern side. So, like I was mentioning here, the areas of Florida definitely should look out for a possible tornado event for the 16th and 17th. Probably the late 16th, we're going to have a couple tornadoes. It looks possible. And of course, whenever it comes to, like I said, North Carolina, stuff like that, it can't be ruled out right now. We'll have to see how that plays, but just know on cyclones like this, there's something we call cyclone-induced tornadoes, or that's what we usually call it. Cyclone-induced tornadoes basically means that on the eastern side there is enough wind shear, enough strong winds across the elevations of the atmosphere, and enough instability that could spawn a couple tornadoes. So on the eastern coast, it's possible. On the eastern side of the storm system, it's definitely a possibility we could get a couple tornadoes. But like I said, still kind of watching out. Watching out for those regions out there in North Carolina and other places like Georgia and South Carolina. It's still is a little too early to tell, but we'll definitely keep an eye on it. That's for sure. Yeah, like I said, all that rain's gonna be working its way up there to the east, and of course, a bit of a cool down looks like could be a possibility. Also, I do want to mention this. I've noticed this on the GFS for the last day or so. It definitely could change. I want to tell you that, but with this big system rolling through after the big system, there is support in the long range. I mean, we're talking the really long range, just before Christmas, maybe a system going through the Central Plains. Reason I mention that is because it's actually been, you can see it's very unsupported right now, but last couple of runs there's been a low pressure system to work its way throughout the Central Plains and the Midwest, so definitely a little far out there. Keep in mind too, let's see, much of a good thing, bad when it comes down to the rain. Yeah, I mean, like I said, yeah, rain's gonna be good for a lot of people, but too much of it's a problem. In which there's certainly going to be flooding problems, and like I was saying there, for Miami, like I said, Miami's going to be kind of in a bit of a situation here. Like I said, a lot of rainfall over the next 5 days. We're talking like over 7 inches in some areas could be possible, so that seems like a problem. And like I was mentioning, it's already starting too. It's already starting to kick off there. Pretty nuts. Let's see. We had a wind report come through. When did that come through? Why did they report a 26 mile per hour wind report? Okay, I'm sorry, but 26 mile an hour winds is not that crazy. Look at that. Oh wait, that's a MEDTAR report. There you go, local storm report. Okay, that's better. For a second, I was like, wait a minute, why are they doing that? I gotta zoom in here. There we go. ASOS station 41. It's not too bad. Let's see, a northeast to east wind gust of 36 knots, 41 miles an hour is reported by an ASOS station in Florida Keys. Marathon International Report. Interesting. So yeah, the winds are a little gusty out there. They did put out a mesoscale discussion. Let me bring up the Weather Prediction Center here. Yeah, the WPC, they also tweeted rainfall expectancies, which I'll go ahead and show you guys if it'll actually load. Let's see here. Yeah, it was on the Weather Prediction Center's website here. Here we go. Found it. Okay. So this is what the WPC put up here. Talking about the potential ending December 17th. Like I said, the event's going to be happening between the 16th and 17th. But yeah, that's your totals as of now. As of right now. Yeah, and like I was mentioning, I mean, at least 6 inches out there by like Miami-Dade area. Could be a problem for those regions. And, like I said, Tampa, I mean, at least 2 inches, which is good, like I said, because they're definitely in some pretty dry conditions out there. They're definitely in some pretty dry conditions. In Orlando, 2 to 3 inches possible. I mean, good amount of rainfall. Jacksonville, yeah, 2.5 inches maybe, according to WPC. So, I mean, like I said, we're not talking light rain. Florida's going to get pounded by precipitation. So, we'll have to see how that goes through. But yeah, I did want to mention that to you guys. Definitely wanted to. So we'll just have to keep that in the looks there. Let's see, Cocoa Beach area, yeah, about 4 inches. 4 inches. So there's your color table there. Orange is kind of 3 to 4 inches, kind of the reddish, the little orangish red, the reddish orange. It's about 4 to 6. So out there by like Cocoa Beach and southward. Interesting. But all right. Well, let's go and hop back to models. I'm going to go ahead and full screen the models. And we're going to hop back down to the southeastern U.S. Back down to the southeast here. Let's see. But yeah, like I said, it's definitely a really interesting system here. It is definitely a pretty rare system like I was talking about. You don't see this too often. And by the way, for the people who's wondering, it's not a tropical cyclone. It is not. Reason it's not is because the surface temperatures of the oceans is not warm enough for it. And it's just a different structure. But overall, it has very similar impacts. Very similar overall issues. Like I said, high waves, high winds, a lot of rainfall. You name it, which is pretty interesting. Let's see here. I mean, yeah, definitely the inland. Like I said, definitely even inland. Like once you work your way into Florida, it's not going to be as heavy winds. A lot of the winds are mostly felt on the coast here. Bioframe says, "What is it? Just rain?" No, it's a lot of heavy rain for one. Yeah, that's a problem. But also like coastal flooding. You can see how the wind barbs are going up against the coast here. So coastal flooding out there by the Carolinas, Georgia coast could be possible. Rip currents could be an issue too for the coastlines. I mean, the Gulf Coast throughout Florida and the Southeast Atlantic could be an issue. Also, tornadoes. Tornadoes is a problem too. We gotta look out there for the 16th and 17th. Looks like a possible tornado threat for Florida. So as that low pressure system is forecasted to be kind of near the Big Bend area of Florida, we got an amplified lower level jet stream, which is gonna help tornado genesis. Will the tornado threat be at 10%? I don't know, honestly. I don't think so. At least for what I'm seeing right now, there's a pretty strong lower level jet like we were looking at there. We're talking over 50 knots, which I mean that's that in itself is actually pretty crazy. Let's see here. Back at 850 millibars. Yeah, look at this. So that lower level jet there is actually pretty crazy. Well over 50 knots for a lot of the peninsula of Florida. Which, at that level, this is 850 millibars, which is a couple thousand feet up. That for it moving over 50 knots, that's actually pretty daggone crazy. I'm not gonna lie with you. And whenever it comes to the energy, like the instability and stuff like that, like I said, it's still a little bit unknown as to how much instability we're gonna have, but it should be enough to pop off a couple tornadoes. It looks like so. Tornadoes could be a definite issue. Let's try NAM. Yeah, I don't think the NAM by tonight, guys. We might have a little bit more information with the NAM model. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. We're gonna hop to precipitation type. Let's see. Yeah, the NAM model. It's starting to render the beginning of the storm here. So definitely by tomorrow, we'll have a lot more of that information coming through. I mean, even with the European model. Let's see. Even with the European model, it definitely turned into quite an interesting storm system overall. From what I can see on a small screen, don't sell anything on a bench. What? Eric, what are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about? But anyways. GFS never does a good job with Cape anyways. Yeah, usually before these events happen, usually before these events happen here, I should probably hop to the screen. Yeah, there you go. The models typically do underestimate the Cape, which if you don't know what Cape is, it's the instability or the thunderstorm juice, the go-go juice. see. I could see up to 1,000 joules with the system. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Up to 1,000 joules per kilogram. Yeah, it's definitely a possible scenario. GFS yesterday was showing that. Let's see. See if I can pull up some of those earlier models. Yeah, let me see what the cape is. Let's see. So obviously the new GFS has it, I mean, over 500 in some areas there. Let's actually do this. You guys can't see that very well. There we go. Yeah, over 500 for the most part for South Florida. That's the 06 Zulu. Yeah, the new one, yeah, you can see the new one kind of downtrended it a little bit. But I just think that's just GFS being GFS here. Previous one before that, yeah, over 600 joules per kilogram. So, will this system be like MCV? No, not really. No, like I said, this system is going to be subtropical, a subtropical storm. So, yeah, I'm sure April, since you already know, it seems like you know a bit about weather. You know the impacts of you should know, or maybe you do, maybe you don't, know the impacts of a subtropical system. Like I said, to the people who don't know the difference between a subtropical and a tropical system, they're relatively similar. They are, and to some degree. But the thing is about subtropical systems is that they're not, not a part of the tropical characteristics because the surface temperatures of the ocean is usually cooler than it needs to be for tropical formation. For tropical development, you need at least 26 degrees Celsius waters. In which right now we are right on that line. I mean, we're like almost, I believe we're below 26 now. Let's see here, Western Atlantic. Yeah, a lot of it's 25, 24, 25 degrees Celsius. We have a little area here of 26, but the waters are just a little too cool. A little bit too cool. Let's see. Am I doing a forecast for Christmas? I am. Not anytime soon, though, because it's still too early. Still too early. I mean, literally, Christmas is what, 12 days away? 12 days away. So I'll probably push my first forecast out there about... I don't like looking a week out, honestly, even that. I mean, you're going to see everyone start to post updates about a week and a half out. Just as a disclaimer, don't trust it quite yet. It's just too early. It's just in simple terms, too early. But, we'll see. I want snow. Will I get anything in North Alabama? Nothing snow-related for a while. It's definitely a little early for that. But with this system here, even then, probably not too much. Seems like East Alabama. According to, like, the new GFS and stuff like that, it shows a decent amount of rainfall potential. I mean, even, like, the 06 Zulu mostly keeps that eastward. So the eastern side of Alabama could look out for some, or should look out for some rainfall out of this system. Let's see. But anyways, yeah, guys, if y'all have any questions, feel free to hit me up. Like I said, here for y'all. Like I said, we're gonna do another live stream tonight too, on the system. So this was just kind of a little midday update for you guys. I was gonna make a video, but I was like, editing videos is, I don't like it too much, honestly. So I just decided to throw a live stream y'all's way. And like I said, we'll do another one. We'll do another one tonight. We're around 8 o'clock Eastern. So for the people who can't make it, I understand a lot of people are at school right now, school and work, which I totally get it. I definitely do totally get it. So, but we'll be back live because at that point we'll have new models, new model runs in. 18 Zulu GFS will be coming out if it's not already out at 8 p.m. Yeah, we'll just have a lot more information with it. Like I said, even the NAM model here soon, we're going to start to get some information on it because, yeah, the last NAM run, at the end of the run, you can see how it starts to become somewhat organized. We'll see. So this potential storm system could go from subtropical storm to a nor'easter. That's great. It definitely could be pretty impactful for the Northeast. Yes, it looks like it will turn into a potential nor'easter. Like I said, the GFS model is actually even showing some snowfall Some snow concerns on it, maybe on the backside as that cooler air starts to pull in from Canada. So basically what's happening here is, you know, a bit of cool air backing in from the backside, which might allow for some of it to turn to snow. We'll see. Let's see here. Previous run. Let's see here. So that's the current run that just came through. Yeah, see, so the last couple of GFS model runs don't really show too much snow. It seems like that might be a new trend from the GFS. Still a little early. Still a little early. Let's see. Annette says, thank you for the update. You're very welcome. Black Label says, live streams are the best. I agree. They're better than videos, in my opinion. Yeah, like I said, honestly, the videos, first of all, they're relatively quick. They're good for like a quick little view of what's going on. But they just take so long to process and make. I mean, for me, starting to make a video to literally hit and upload takes me about at least 4 hours. At least. Even for like a 5-minute video, it takes me that long to edit, to make my thumbnail, to everything. Whenever I can just go live, make like a thumbnail in 15 minutes, and then just hit live. It's so much easier. Not to mention, I can be more interactive. That's why I mostly do live streams and not many videos on this channel. Ponderosa says, thanks for updating us during the day. Very entertaining during work. Absolutely. Well, you're very welcome, Ponderosa. Like I said, we'll be live again tonight. Roadster says, great update, Andrew. It should be interesting to watch the development of the system. Oh, yeah, for sure. And the thing is I'm going to be right in the middle of it since I'm in Florida now. So this will be lovely. I was, let's see. Yeah, I was down here last year during Nicole, which I don't, was that was November, wasn't it? Early November, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. We're going to move you back over here. Let's see. Hurricane Nicole. It's not a hurricane, remember that. I think it was November. Pretty sure it was. Early November. Yes, it was. What the heck? That's interesting. I think the I think the weather, I think this is just a glitched image here. So this was Nicole. It went, you know, out throughout this region, went right over Central Florida. I was here in Central Florida. I was in Lakeland at the time. They have the hurricane feel. I think that was a glitch. It's pretty funny. Yeah, so that red was showing the hurricane force winds, which is obviously not where it was at. That's very weird. Let's see. Anyways, but yeah, guys. Well, I think that's gonna go ahead and wrap up the live stream. I know it was a quick one. You know, we've been live here about nearly 40 minutes. Not too bad, especially for a midday update. Like I said, I know a lot of you guys right now, like I was saying, are at work and, you know, all that stuff. So, you know, like I said, honestly, you know, just wanted to hop on here for a little bit, say hi. Is a bomb, cyclone, and nor'easter the same thing? Pretty much. Pretty much. Bomb cyclone means a rapid drop in pressure to really low pressures, which is interesting. I'm going to remove this on my screen before someone thinks that's actually what's going on right now. So, a little bit of disclaimer. That's not what's happening right now. But all right, you guys. Well, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up here for the live. Once again, Crystal Miller, thank you so much for the donation, as well as, let's see here. Who was that? Tabletop. That's right, man. Thank you so much, dude. Tabletop coming in with the $2 super chat. Same thing for Crystal as well. Thank you, thank you. How big will the waves get? Honestly, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and move y'all back over here to this view. I want to change that before... yeah. Let's see. So I don't know if the models show the lake. Yeah, I don't think they do, honestly. Let me, GFS, let's see, winds, yeah, they're obviously a little bit, so I'm seeing over 30 knots potentially. We'll see. All right, guys. Y'all take care. Like I said, we'll catch you guys here later on tonight, 8 o'clock. So set your alarms. Actually, what you can do, subscribe, turn on that bell, which will notify you whenever we do go live. So go ahead and turn it on, my friends. And once again, if you've not already, please consider leaving a like as well. Be greatly appreciated. And all right, guys, y'all take care out there. Be safe, and we'll catch you guys later on. All right, my friends. See you then.